Welcome to Homeschool Art. I am your virtual art teacher, Bitmoji Quinn. Let's continue our artistic journey with an artist whose name begins with the letter E. Remember, artists are great observers. We observe everything around us so that we can become better artists. Since you are an artist, that means you are a great observer too. Let's begin. The artist we'll be learning about is MC Escher. But who in the world is MC Escher? Aww. Introducing MC Escher. Wait a minute, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, he does look like Santa Claus. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to say, I understand the art technique of MC Escher. I can understand what makes a tessellation. I can identify interlocking shapes in a tessellation. Moritz Cornelius Escher, who called himself MC, was one of the world's most famous graphic artists. His art is enjoyed by millions of people all over the world. Escher was such a poor student that he twice had to repeat a grade. He did show some artistic talent, and so was encouraged by an art teacher to pursue his interests in woodcuts and drawing. His father then sent him to the School for Architectural and Decorative Arts in Harlem to study architecture. Escher focused his work on tessellations and repeating patterns and interlocked images that morph into something else. Yes! Let's take a look at this work of art by MC Escher. Can you describe what you see? Did you say a tessellation with interlocking shapes? Wait a minute. What do the words tessellation and interlocking shapes mean? Aww. Time for a deep dive! Think of a tessellation as a way to tile a floor that goes on forever with shapes so that there is no overlapping and no gaps. Remember the last puzzle you put together? Well, that was a tessellation. Yes! This is a perfect example of what a tessellation is. The shapes are locked together without overlapping and with no gaps. These are interlocking shapes. Can you see what shapes are interlocking in this artwork by MC Escher? Did you see the shape of a black and white man on a black and white horse? You are correct! The shapes are interlocking to create a tessellation. Can you see the interlocking shapes in this tessellation? Wow, this artwork is hurting my eyes. Aww. Okay, did you see the shape of blue, red, and yellow fish? You are correct. The shapes are interlocking to create a tessellation. Well done. Yes! This artwork looks a bit different. Can you find the tessellation in this work? Did you notice the fish shape interlocking with the bird shape? Awesome! Yes! It was really cool to see the fish turning into the birds too. Okay, let's try this again. This artwork by MC Escher is more than just tessellations. But can you find the tessellation? Did you notice the black and white bird shapes interlocking with the square shapes in the land? Great!
Woo!
Really cool to see the birds changing into the land too.
Yeehaw!
Okay guys, let's make a tessellation.
Yes!
Here are the steps for creating your tessellation. First, decide what shapes you would like to use. Next, create a template so that you can easily trace the tessellation. After, think about if you'd like to use paint, crayons, or markers to color in your pattern.
Yes!
Still feeling a little confused? Let's look at some examples and helpers. Don't forget, you can pause the video and go back if you need to. Creating a tessellation is super easy, but in order to create it, you must remember tessellation is a pattern made of identical shapes. The shapes must fit together without any gaps, and the shapes cannot overlap each other. This is an example of a tessellation that is made with squares and octagons.
Woo!
Use a piece of thin cardboard or a piece of paper to create a tessellation template. Try this one out. It has all the directions you need.
Yeehaw!
Once you have your template, simply trace it over and over again. Make sure to connect the template so that the shapes interlock with other shapes. Then, add details and color in a pattern. You can also do multiple tessellations. Here's another example. Try this fish shape.
Yes!
Good luck with your tessellation, and if you would like to share your artwork with Bitmoji Quinn and be featured in Homeschool Art's virtual art exhibitions, you can go to dropevent.com tick43124 or send an email tick43124@dropevent.com. If you like our video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of our videos, hit subscribe. We will see you soon for the next homeschool art lesson. Bye!